You mentioned that there are five particular traits, greed being one of them. What are the five that these scammer artists use?
Yeah, there are five emotional levers that scammers will use against their victims. We call them the five flags. Number one is fear. Number two is loneliness. Number three is anger. Number four is greed. And then we oftentimes throw in guilt because sometimes scammers will use guilt against a victim. And then finally is sympathy, and that's preying on the older adult's sense of sympathy for maybe an individual's plight. Maybe the scammer calls or reaches out to them in person and tells them a sad story, and they just need a few dollars to buy some food or whatever the case may be. But those are the main emotional levers that scammers will use against their victims.
Well, tell me about anger, because I think I get all the rest of them, but how do they work the anger angle?
Well, anger is an interesting emotion, right? Anger really is a flip side of fear. So, what they'll do is they'll prey on a number of these emotions simultaneously, but right behind fear of perhaps, an IRS scam where the scammer says you owe X number of dollars, and then finally the senior victims gets angry either at themselves for missing something, right, or angry at the system that they still owe taxes and owe this money. So anger is really an emotion that can play across a number of different spectrums, and it's usually in conjunction with another one of the emotional buttons that the scammer is pushing.